see us.
What other stream?
The one that I said.
Hey, we're here.
We are here.
Wow, how cool is this?
But I don't think anybody else is here because they're doing it on that other stream.
So should we switch over?
If you can, I don't know that we're going to be able to. Let me look on the phone and see.
Yeah, look to see where we are.
But we can keep trying.
Okay. No, it says that we're live.
Yeah, I know, but it's gonna.
It says that we're live.
Yeah, I know, but see, look, watch.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it is.
It is, yeah.
So there's somebody here. Two people have just joined in. Maybe it was us. Maybe nobody's here.
We have joined ourselves.
But yeah, well, so hey, we're live, but we can't see who's on until you
say
comment.
hello.
So do you know what? Go ahead and type hello down there and see if that sparks.
Good morning.
Sparks something happening. Let us know that you can hear us. Give us a thumbs up. Those kind of things.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, good morning, one. How about that?
But it does say that 2 people are watching.
And I think it's you and me.
I'm not on, so it might be.
Oh, it's
yours isn't on either.
No, mine was on, but maybe
It's Lozo.
Hey,
Lozo's like our #1 fan.
He's awesome. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. It's not morning. I don't know where Lozo is.
Oh, afternoon to you.
I think Lozo is. I think if I remember, because I mailed him a magnet. I think he's in Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts.
So he's on the East Coast.
Sweet.
Yeah.
In Massachusetts.
See?
There you go.
I remember my fans.
Cool.
Yeah, we're good like that. Lozo, hey, thanks for being here, man.
Yeah.
Thanks. This guy constantly. I mean, he comments on everything. He leaves great. Well, you see him.
Yeah, I do.
But good. He just got back from Universal too. He was there last week, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, jealous.
And it was like crazy crowded. He went during the stretch where they hit capacity like eight times in a row.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Lozo, did you have Express Pass for any of that, or was it just straight just going in and having to deal with lines and stuff like that? I'm curious. And there's 4 people on. I know that Ryan and Gabby are supposed to join us also at some point.
Yeah.
But guys, when you're on, you got to give us a comment to let us know that you're there.
Hey, good morning, Matthew.
Matthew Witcher, good morning. He had Express Pass and it worked great. Excellent. Yeah.
Express Pass is the bomb. I
Changes
don't think that I could ever really do it without Express Pass. I mean, we did it the last time that we were there.
That was the first time.
Yeah. The first time in a long time.
Right.
But it wasn't.
No, it wasn't bad, but we also went in January
when there was
nobody there.
Yeah, that's true.
And we the reason we weren't going to go, it was an unplanned trip. We went because
hey,
Maria,
Maria.
Good morning. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us today. But we went to Ryan and Gabby, who you saw when we did the staff stuff. Mm-hmm. And we have plans to do a lot more of that stuff. We went down there I married them, and we weren't going to go, and it just turned out that we were able to do that. Kyle, another guy who comments on a lot of our stuff. Good morning, Kyle. Yeah, Express Pass is a game changer. That's kind of what we're talking about. But when we went back in January, we just kind of threw this trip together. We really did. It was kind of last minute, and we hadn't been. It wasn't planned, so we didn't just have $5,000 in the bank to go stay at Royal Pacific or something like that. David Fuller, Tisha, hey guys, welcome. We didn't have, so we just said, hey, let's just see what we can fit in our budget within the summer, because Dockside had just opened. And we got, with our annual pass, we stayed 5 nights. I think we stayed 5 nights, and it was like $79 a night.
Yeah.
Except Friday night and Saturday night was $99. It goes up $20 on the weekend. But of course, we didn't have Express Pass with that, but that was fine. We really didn't need it when we went in January. I mean, the parks were dead. I mean, we didn't wait. I think we waited. I think the most we waited
was for Fast and Furious. It was,
because we didn't wait.
That's so wrong.
But even Hagrid, I think we waited 35 minutes, 40 minutes was the most we waited.
That was absolutely the longest wait. And I mean, and it would display like, oh, it's like an hour-long wait, and you'd be in like 25, 30 minutes. So it really wasn't as bad as it was, as you anticipated it.
All right, so hey, let's say hi to some more people. Tisha came in and she says, we say good morning to you.
I say good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. It's morning here. Listen, for those of you who don't know, we're on the West Coast. We're out in the Portland, Oregon area. And so it's earlier here. It's 9. We were going to do this at 9 o'clock Eastern time. And then I realized that's 6 o'clock and I'm not doing that.
How about no?
So, but maybe in the future we'll do something like that. So, you guys let us know if this is a bad time, because it's like in the middle of the day, Saturday, and you got other things you want to do. I get that. David Fuller, howdy. Good afternoon, Lozo. They like MIB. Everybody likes MIB.
Love
That's
MIB.
The best thing there.
Well, because who asked before? What would? Oh, right here. Matthew had asked, "What would you guys consider the best ride at Universal?"
Yeah.
And it depends. To me, it depends. It depends on what we're doing. And I love MIB because it's interactive and we have fun and we're very, we get to compete with one another, especially with my son who just dominates that ride. And it drives me crazy. But if I just want to go for like a ride, then it's different. It could be different. So there's some.
Well, what do you like if it's just that?
If it's just a ride, ooh, I got to think about that one. See, you put me on the spot.
I did.
I think the Mummy.
Really, over Hagrid?
No, we're just talking about
just
Universal.
Just okay.
Please, if it was Islands, then it would be a totally different ballgame, and Hagrid wins hands down.
Yeah. But it's interesting. Lozo's answering for us because he
knows.
Watches.
That's right, because he knows.
But yeah, we do. And for me, I would say MIB is my favorite attraction. Period. Even probably over Hagrid. It's just, to me, it's more interactive. It's more fun. I love it. Well, think about it. When we go, especially when we have Express, we will do MIB 5 times in a row, no problem, and not think twice about it. And I don't know that I would do that with Hagrid because of the nature of the ride. I mean, that would wear kind of thin, but it's a great ride. It's certainly probably number 2. It's certainly there.
This is true. And Adam is saying it really has no comparison to Buzz Lightyear's thing and Toy Story Mania. That's very, very true. Yeah, we haven't been to Disney in so long that I almost have forgotten what the Buzz Lightyear ride is like. I remember it being interactive and, all of that stuff. But MIB. Definitely.
Oh, awesome. MIB is much better.
Yeah.
And I'll get to all these comments. There's not so many that we can't get to.
Yeah.
But Lozo just asked, go back to the bottom. He says, have you guys tried Hagrid's at night? Mia and I have.
You have. I didn't get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a game-changing experience. I think it's better at night. It is. It absolutely is. So coming back up. So David Fuller says, howdy. Adam Cordell, who's also faithfully watches and comments on all of our stuff, says he mirrored it in his TV and was waiting for the feed to start. Had to refresh it. Good to say. It's great to see you type.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. How was Dockside? It had its ups and downs. I wouldn't stay there again. I'll just say that. And when I did the top 5, and you're just going to interrupt me, but for what it is, for what Dockside is, as a resort that caters to economy kind of things, it's great because it's new.
It's clean.
It's clean. It's there's some great perks. You can stay, or they bus you to the parks, and the buses run very regularly. Yeah. I get that question a lot. In fact, I get that question a lot. Hey, at Dockside, how well are the buses? They're great. We never waited at all.
No.
I mean, every time we walked down, there was a bus there.
Yeah,
every time. And so that went well. It doesn't take long to get there. We're big when we go to Universal. We're big on Citywalk and dining and eating. In fact, honestly, I like that just as much as the attractions. I really do. I mean, I do. It's sad, but I do.
It's fun. It's different.
And we've eaten, not at all, but at most or many of the resort restaurants. The worst thing about Dockside was the Pier 7 restaurant there, the cafeteria. It just wasn't good. I mean, it just wasn't. I wish I could tell you it was an okay experience, but it really wasn't. I mean, we paid about $50 or $60 for 3 of us to have dinner there, like fried chicken, a pizza.
Yeah.
I had like a Cuban sandwich, and I mean the Coca-Cola Freestyle machine wasn't working right.
Mm-hmm.
We waited forever to get food, and there was nobody there.
It was mediocre. best. I mean, that is really stretching it. And maybe it was what we selected, but it really looked, it looked appealing. It looked like it was going to be good. I had high hopes for it. And then it got to the table, or we brought it back to the table, and I was instantly disappointed.
Now, the Cuban sandwich wasn't bad, but that's it. I mean, it wasn't bad.
Right.
It wasn't anything better than that. And I would say this, if we're judging the dockside by the restaurant, I wouldn't go back again.
No.
If I'm judging it by it's an economy resort and all of the things it offers for that price, I'd absolutely stay there again.
They've got a really great gift shop. I'm like,
it's amazing. It is.
It's really fantastic.
And if you're like us, and I want to hear from you guys if you are, I consider that. Like, hey, if this resort or if this place has a better store than this other one, that's a thumbs up for me.
Yeah.
And to me, the best resort store is Cabana Bay.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's the best. But I would say this one is probably
like a mall
next.
In there.
This one is next. This one, Dockside is better than Surfside.
Yeah.
For the gift shop anyway. And it's universal. So the customer service is great. I didn't like, now we're spoiled, but we plan this out a year in advance, and we, you guys, if you've watched any of the videos, we'll do 2 vacations or more in 1 calendar year. And so we always stay and intentionally stay at one of the premier resorts, and we stayed at all of them multiple times. Royal Pacific is our favorite. And I've just been spoiled with having, the Keurig and all that stuff in the room.
Oh.
Another downside to Dockside is we're both coffee people, and there's no coffee maker.
No.
There's not a coffee maker there. And I was like, come on.
So you're kind of forced to go downstairs for Starbucks. And if you're not a big fan of Starbucks, it kind of stinks.
And we're not.
Yeah, and we're really not. I don't particularly care for their coffee. No offense to anyone.
We should let these guys know what we like when it comes to coffee. Because here on the West Coast, Starbucks is king because it's from Seattle.
Starbucks and Dutch Bros. Dutch Bros is huge out here, which you guys don't have there in
on the East Coast.
On the East Coast. See, we're originally from Florida, so it's kind of hard to say here, there, wherever.
Yeah. Hey, let us know in the comments where you're from.
That would be really
that would
cool.
help us. We would appreciate that. So every morning, and certainly with COVID, I'd get up, and I'm usually the first person up anyways, but I'd get up, and then you have to be quiet.
Okay, hold on.
Just disregard.
Back the truck up. You're the first person up?
Usually. On vacation. Now, you work at dark 30.
Yeah,
so,
okay. Yeah, whatever.
Kyle's from Indiana. Go Hoosiers.
Yeah.
But so I would have to get up. Oklahoma. David, I lived in Oklahoma. I graduated high school in the Tulsa area, in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area.
Hey.
What?
David Fuller does production work for his local church. That's pretty awesome.
Hey, I'm curious, David, how did you know that we were affiliated with a church? And we are. We're actually in the church right now. The church has a podcast room. And and that's another question I get is, what do I do for a living? So I'll just tell you, I pastor a church. I'm the lead pastor at a pretty big church out here outside of Portland. And
and I'm your ultra traditional pastor's wife.
No, she's nothing like that.
Not.
But but that's what we do. That's what we do for a living. And so Matthew Witcher is in Michigan. Maria is in California. So she's always at Universal Hollywood. I've never been.
I'm jealous.
We talked about it.
Yeah, I would love to go there. But I'm getting a kick out of the Metropolis. Is it Tryon or is it Treon, or how do you say Tryon, Georgia? I'm assuming it's got to be.
Well, the way they say it there, they say it with an accent.
Tryon, Georgia.
Hey, Adam, I lived in Georgia for 4 years. I lived outside of Atlanta in Peachtree City.
Well, we're in the bustling metropolis of Malala, so we've got population 8,100.
There's about 8,000 people in this small town where we live, but it's a big church.
Yep.
And we're about 25 minutes outside of the Portland Clackamas area. So we do a lot of people who live here that work in the city area.
Okay, how do you think Halloween Horror Nights will be this year?
Fun.
Ooh, awesome.
Well, you go ahead. You say what you think about that.
Well, you were showing me like the
map.
The map, or wasn't it just like a?
Yeah, I think I have a picture. If I do, I'll show it up. I can't put it on the screen.
No, No, but wasn't there supposed to be like, a Beetlejuice house?
That's the only one that they've announced.
That is what I am really, really excited about. I love Beetlejuice.
It's going to be backwards. It's going to read backwards. If you can see it.
It's also going to be very bright.
Trying to get there. That's the best I can do.
Oh,
Forget
yeah.
it.
No.
There we go.
Oh, wow. Yes. If you read backwards,
if you can read
great.
backwards, you can make that work. But maybe you freeze the screen. I put this on, and I can put it again on our Instagram account and the Facebook account. So if you want to go there and just copy it and paste it, you can certainly do that. Patrick Cavanaugh, good morning. Patrick's another guy who watches faithfully and comments on everything we're doing. You live in the Peachtree City area. I don't know if it's still there, Patrick, because this is going back into when I was 19, 20 years old.
So eons ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. Mm-hmm. There was a restaurant there called Shadows. And at the time, Peachtree City was a small, like, commuter town. And I was assistant manager at that restaurant. What are you seeing? Try on. Usually,
it's probably it. That's
usually becomes one syllable. Trying. I live in Tryon, Georgia.
That's awesome.
We have 2 red lights. Funny thing is, we visited Texas, and my wife was complimented on her accent. Sandy Story, who comes to our church here, is on. Good morning, Miss Sandy. So she knows right where we are. Tisha has heard rumors that there will not be any glass like last year, where the scare actors are, but masks will be required, of course.
I hope that's the case.
I want to say this, and I regardless of where you stand on masks or restrictions or social distancing, that's up to you, and whatever you're going to do, be comfortable with that. Out here in Oregon, where the restrictions are very strict and very tight, I was very appreciative when we were in Florida that it was not that way.
Yes.
And we were just smart about it. You wear a mask. If you're uncomfortable, wear a mask. And if you're not, wear a mask anyways to make other people uncomfortable. Right. So that other people aren't uncomfortable.
Well, it's more for them than
it is. It becomes about doing for other people. And I'm all about that. Donna, good afternoon. She lives in Pennsylvania. She's planning a trip in September. I love your videos. They are extremely helpful. Hey, thank you, Don. That's why we do it. We love making them.
They're fun.
I mean, it is fun.
But this is the best. I mean, we've never been we've never had a live stream before. So to be here with you guys and talk with you is so fun. It's so cool.
And I promise you, we'll try to get all these questions back. I want to be, because there's more questions.
Just scroll up.
I think we're good here. I wanted to talk to Maria about Hollywood, Universal in Hollywood. We have never been there. Hold on. Well, we'll get to them. Yeah. Carla got all excited. She saw something from Kyle Montana, who lives in Pennsylvania. So it's not just a clever name.
Okay.
But Halloween Horror Nights is probably our favorite extra thing that they do. Last year, because of COVID, we didn't go in September during Halloween Horror Nights, and we were bummed. So I had to live through YouTube, and I saw that it was different. It wasn't the same kind of thing, and I don't know that I would have enjoyed it last year the way that I did in previous years. So I'm hoping that this year is a little more back to normal, even if you're wearing masks. Hey, I'm game for that. I mean, I think Universal does an amazing job keeping you safe with, taking your temperature, wearing masks, things like that.
Yes.
Here at the church, we do the same thing. When you come in, you have to have your temperature taken. We encourage people to wear masks and those kind of things. So I think it's going to be a good time. The house that I'm hoping for and looking forward to the most is The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, that is going to be
That was a great special on Netflix. If you haven't seen that, I thought it was really good. And so I'm looking forward to Halloween Horror Nights very much. And I hope that Hill House is one of those houses. Also, your microphone says pray first. I don't think about that. And what that's from is we do a podcast from the church twice a week, Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. And it's a church podcast. So there's like a devotion, things like that. But we have fun too. I mean, it's actually, produced by like real live radio people. It's pretty fun. But David Fuller, by your equipment and your general good people attitude. And your blessing sign up. Thank you. Pay it forward. Always do something for other people. Always be looking to do that.
The church I go to has a room really similar to that. It's a Nazarene church called The Point.
Well, Kyle, guess what? We are also a Nazarene church. So very cool. I love that.
That's really awesome. How cool.
Very cool.
What do we have here?
Donna Lafredo, I think we said hi to her. She lives in,
Yes,
if we didn't, hi Donna. She
we
lives in
did.
Pennsylvania, planning a trip in September. It's the best time to go. I get that question a lot. When is the best time to go? In my opinion, hands down, September is the best time to go.
I love September. Although I have to tell you that going in January kind of spoiled me because the weather was so beautiful. It was cool. I actually had to wear a sweatshirt a couple of times, which I have never had to wear a sweatshirt. And when we go back to Florida, and I loved that. It was a different kind of experience walking through the parks and having the need for that for warmth, whereas normally you're melting essentially.
Right. And you melt in September.
Yeah.
The benefit of September is that kids have gone back to school.
Yes.
And kids, so parents aren't going to take their kids out of school, and so it's really kind of low volume. Halloween Horror Nights is starting to take place. So the crowds during the day are pretty manageable. Even, we still have it express because we usually stay, like I said, at Royal Pacific. So you could do both parks in a day if you really hit it hard. And then at night, Halloween Horror Nights. So September to me is the best time to go. Like I said, because kids are back in school and Halloween Horror Nights is happening and it's not that busy during the day.
You guys never talked about Volcano Bay. Is it something you regularly visit when you are in Universal?
Yeah, Lozo's asked me that before. We do. Mia and I do.
They do. I don't.
It's not that we don't talk about it. I can tell you, to me, Volcano Bay is very challenging to get in depth to the way the other parks are. Because like, if you're looking at the history of rides and stuff like that, like, what's the history of the water slide,
Right.
And so it's hard to kind of go in depth and talk about that. I love Volcano Bay. I will say it is the best water park in the country that I know of. I like it better than Blizzard Beach. I like it better than Typhoon Lagoon. Both of the Disney water parks are older. Now, I've not been to Aquatica, and I've heard good things about Aquatica, but I can't imagine it being better than Volcano Bay. We've been a handful of times. And when we go back, I am planning on doing a walkthrough and things like that. So, it's not that we don't like it. My favorite thing in Volcano Bay is the rapid, the wild river. I can't think of what it's called.
Oh, it's kind of like that.
One.
Yeah, that lazy river
I could do that all day.
I like that.
I could do that all day.
I absolutely enjoy that. That's probably the only part of Volcano Bay that I do enjoy. And the wave pool, like where the waves are and stuff, it's nice. But the rides, they're just not for me. I'm not like a big water ride person.
Right.
I mean, like in a water, yeah, you're going to a water park and you're not riding the ride, so it's kind of wasted on me.
People, you have trouble with like some of the claustrophobia with being in the tubes,
Oh,
and so that's problematic for you.
That is very problematic for me. I feel like I can't breathe in there because it's like ultra humid, and then I get very claustrophobic. So it's like, yeah, no, I'll pass.
It's good. See, it's good to share those things because there might be other people who struggle with that too. Hey, how do you manage that? Because like in Dudley Do Right, you have a hard time even waiting in that line if it's busy. Because it's so narrow, even with Hagrid's. That's why you didn't ride at night, because it was crowded and you're like, I'm going to be stuck in that enclosure and I don't want to do that.
Yeah. There are rides in the park where I tend to avoid them if it's extremely busy, because I know that I'm going to be in a very tight, confined space, and that makes me a little panicky. So I don't like to put myself in that position. So if anyone else is going through that,
We feel you.
I absolutely, you don't care about anything. You're like, I'm riding and that's it. Me, I'm like, not so much. But yeah, I feel for you. I know what that's like.
And I want to, Adam Cordell said, Truett's Luau Grill is where we stop at Fayetteville when we pass through. I've never been there. I've been to Fayetteville many times. I went to school at Clayton College there. And then Matthew Witcher says, what are your hopes for Epic Universe? And do you think it'll be a big game changer in the theme park game like the Wizard of? I absolutely do. I think this. This is just my opinion, guys. Listen, I want to say this. We like Disney. I don't have anything against Disney at all.
I like Disney a lot.
Yeah, my family likes it better than I do. Although not Mia so much. Mia's, she's a teenager. She's going to be 16. Ryan and Gabby are they like the more adult kind of rides. But we don't have anything against Disney. I just think Universal kills Disney on just about every front. And when the Wizarding World came in, and this is an answer to the Epic Universe question, that changed theme parks globally because of the theming and the total immersion that they created with Hogsmeade.
Gosh.
And then if you notice Disney's response, which I thought was poor, was Pandora and Animal Kingdom. And the reason I thought, not that they did a poor job, I think it's amazing, but it's in an old property, Avatar, that isn't popular anymore. I know it's cool in the river adventure and all. Listen, I understand they're great attractions and the theming there is great, but they copied Universal with that element of creating immersion. And then Galaxy's Edge, unbelievable, right? I mean, Star Wars upped their game to match Universal. And so now I think in Epic Universe, you're going to see Universal's response to that. So my guess is everywhere you go in Epic Universe is going to be that immersion element where, I know they've sectioned it out, I think, into 5 or 6 sections, and we're anticipating Nintendo World being one. And if you haven't seen some of the stuff in Nintendo World from Japan and Universal Japan, check it out because it looks amazing.
It does look amazing.
It's very, very
really
impressive.
Does.
But we hear, if the rumors are true and you hear the classic Monster Land area, I mean, imagine that kind of a haunted house. I'm thinking like haunted horror nights year round, right?
Yeah.
But imagine immersion.
Yeah.
Where you can't see out of that. And all of the different things that they potentially might do, whether they create Makusa, the wizarding, the American wizarding school from Fantastic Beasts. I don't know if they're going to do that. I kind of hope they don't. But I've also heard that there's going to be a hotel within that park. And I'm just imagining the immersion. I think it will be a game changer. I think Universal recognizes that they need to respond to Galaxy's Edge, even though the reports from Disney is that financially, even before COVID, Galaxy's Edge was not the financial success that they were hoping it would be.
They anticipated.
So, so there's that.
So, okay. So Tisha, if I'm saying your name wrong, because I want to say Tisha, and you just correct me if it's Teesha, if that's what it should sound like. I'm sorry. Anyways, you're going in September and you haven't been since May 2019. I am so happy for you and so jealous. I can't wait to go myself.
Hey, if you see us there,
yeah,
grab us, say hi.
Yeah,
do that. Absolutely. Because we will be there in September, God willing.
Yep.
And hunt us down.
That would be really cool. And then the second trip. Okay, so Donna, you're saying the second trip will be in January or early December?
Great.
Okay, early December might be a little bit crazy because that's when it starts, you start getting all of the Christmas decorations and everything up. And then you've got, that's prior to that, but you get a lot of crowds around that time.
Yeah, it depends when you go. If you go early December, you might be okay. If you go after that first week, you're going to start getting holiday crowds and things like that. But the stuff to see is great. The Grinchmas and things like that.
It's beautiful.
And so the first season of the Authentic Christian Podcast has an early similar backdrop too. Oh, cool. I'll look for that.
We got to check that out.
When you guys stay at Royal Pacific, do you have a specific tower? Yes, we do. We like to stay in Tower 3, although I don't think we've stayed in Tower 1. I think we've stayed in 2 and 3. We request 3 because it was the last tower to be remodeled.
Yeah.
So it's kind of newer. And I'm going to be honest with you. One of the primary reasons we love Royal Pacific is that shower.
The shower is
the best shower in Universal. I mean, you have 2 shower heads.
It's just wonderful.
It's stupid awesome. I mean, I wanted to do it in our house. But,
it's time. Hey, we could do that in the house. That would be really nice.
But he's right because Tower 1, you come out and you're boom. You don't have to walk through the resort to get to the walking path, so it's quicker. But I don't mind walking through the resort. I love Royal Pacific.
Yeah,
we love it so much. I'm not making this up. We've kind of themed our living room a little bit from the color scheme, and we even have like elephants.
Oh, but wait, because we've gone one step further. Okay.
Yeah.
For his birthday, was it your birthday? I think.
Yeah.
I bought him an infuser or a diffuser, and yes, the infuser. No, the diffuser, and I found the scent that they actually use at Royal Pacific. So there are times where the house
smells like the
will
resort.
smell exactly like Royal Pacific, and it is so nice when you come home.
We have no problems admitting that we're pathetic when it comes to things like this.
Yeah, kind of.
But yeah, and that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
But even the color scheme, we're looking at painting our living room yellow, and yellowish. It really does, and it is inspired by that. So I love Royal Pacific.
He's a Royal Pacific.
Although
junkie.
we have to stay at Hard Rock this time because we have been telling Mia like the past 3 years, and then I always like we can save a couple $100, and so we do things like that.
All right. I really like the drop slide that goes straight down. God bless you, because
I've not been on that.
terrifies me. I don't even know how you could possibly do that.
We need to get Ryan on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine him on that?
Yes, I
He'd
can.
be a crazy.
They're supposed to be on. They said they were going to be on. Hey, there he is. He just came on. Ryan says, "What's up, guys?" So Ryan from All Things Universal is on. Hey, Ryan, I'm just curious. Would you do the drop slide at Volcano Bay? Ryan doesn't like the water parks either. The Fearless River. Yes, that's what it is, Tisha. Thank you. David Fuller says, our local theme park at Silver Dollar City. Have you ever been able to visit? Ride's not a match for Disney and Universal, but on the level. I've not.
No.
Nope. Kyle, Montana, Universal raised the bar with Harry Potter, right? Disney was king for so long and they had become complete. That's exactly right, Kyle. And it cost them. Think about it. Orlando, it was Disney. That was it. And they still get 10 times the visitors than anywhere else does. But Universal, with Harry Potter, man, they became a player. And I'm so glad that they did. No way. Ryan says he would not do that. Sorry.
Hates water parks.
Maybe we'll get Mia on there. Maria says, I have a platinum pass for Hollywood, so I know I want that express when I get my planned vacation to Orlando. Yep, especially depending on time of year. And we need to plan a trip to Hollywood. We need to do that.
We're here on the West Coast. Yeah. Like, what are we waiting for?
It'd be a lot cheaper. Well, we live in Florida, so we have property there. We have people there. That's why we go.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, what are we waiting for? While we're on the West Coast, we need to, travel to.
We haven't been to
California.
Hawaii either,
Yeah, no.
So that's the thing out here in Oregon. Like everyone that take a vacation, they go to Hawaii
and Cabo.
And but I'm like, we lived in Florida where there's beach, so the appeal of going to a beach, like if I never go to Hawaii, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah, so probably we won't go to Hawaii. Ryan's been, I know that.
Yeah.
Donna agrees that Universal has great theming over Disney as of late, for sure.
Okay.
Adam Cordell says, people say Harry Potter and Islands of Adventure revolutionized theme park immersion, and it did. I would almost have to disagree and point to superhero. That's true. Even if you think about it, really think about Springfield in the Simpsons area. It's not immersive, but the theming is pretty nice. But what about Seuss Landing? That theming is truly amazing. So I can't argue that. Tisha said Tisha, so it's Tisha.
Where
the
did
second
you see
one
that?
She says, yep, the second one.
There we go, Tisha.
We'll definitely say hi if we see you. Absolutely. My son watches your videos with me. We're staying at Royal Pacific this time. Typically, we stay at Cabana Bay.
Sweet.
And Cabana Bay, we don't stay there. I'll say this, and if you watch the top 5, themed better than anything. It's a great resort. It's nothing personal. It's just we're older, and Cabana Bay is louder.
Okay, I like how he just threw the. We're older.
We have a 25-year-old kid. What are you talking about?
He's not 25 yet.
So it's just louder, and I think it's more accommodated to a family-friendly kind of atmosphere.
Because we're not a friendly family. Come on now.
We're not. We just like a different at this point in our lives. We just like a different feel, and so that's the thing about Cabana Bay for us.
We like to chill out a little bit more.
Also, I have heard that Lowe's is bringing back their loyalty program. Yes, that would be phenomenal. Kyle, Montana, I think Superhero Island raised the bar for attractions thanks to Spider-Man, but the land overall doesn't immerse me.
Yes,
that's exactly right.
Yes, I agree with that. Yep.
Tisha's local park is Cedar Point. We have season passes. No, we have not been there. Best roller coasters, in my opinion, but we definitely go to Universal for the theming. Yes.
Wait, Cedar Point. I thought that was in Ohio.
I think it is. Tisha, let us know again where that is, please.
Is that Ohio? Because is that where they have like all of like the gazillion roller coasters and stuff? I really want to go see that. All right.
I want to take a minute and thank you guys so much. There's 20 people on, and that was like kind of one of our targets. I'd heard that cool. Depending on the number of subscribers going live, you're going to get 20%. So I was like, hey, if we get 20 people on there, that'd be great. So thank you guys for doing that. And I just want to take a minute. We want to take a minute and thank you guys so much for the support that you have given us and shown us. I don't know what happened last Saturday. I posted that video on the top 5 mistakes that you could make.
Yes.
And I don't know if you remember when I came home, I was like, yeah, it's all right. I didn't think there was anything special about it. That has been my top performing video.
It like blew up.
Ever in a week. In a week's time, it's over 6,000 views. I've gained 200 subscribers in a week because of that video. I don't understand that. I'm grateful for that. But thank you guys, because some of you guys here have been with us since the very beginning.
Yeah.
And you guys, I appreciate that. I do try to answer all of the comments. We do try to do those things. And I just want to, before we forget, hey, thank you guys so much, so much for making this. That was just a fun hobby. I never intended on monetizing. This was nothing. It was no. I just said I was driving her crazy talking about Universal all the time. We'd take a trip into town, and I'd be like, hey, what are your favorite things here? And I would drive my family nuts. And so this became an outlet for me.
No, wait. Okay, hold on, pal, because now it's gonna go. Now it's going out there. We would get in the car, and before we even pulled out of the driveway, he would start in with the questions like, "What's your favorite thing? What's your favorite place? Where do you want to go? If you could do one thing today in Universal, what would it be?" And then it was the wait time game.
You're probably preaching to the choir here. They're probably like, yeah, we're with him.
Yeah, we do that. We do that all the time. Yes. But do you play the wait time game? The wait time game where you pull up the app on your phone, right? And go, how long do you think you'd be waiting in line for Hagrid's right now?
Oh, that's fun.
Oh my gosh.
That's a fun game.
Yes, it is
fun. We would do it at the dinner table.
It is fun. However, it was obsessive fun.
It was. But that's what prompted this. And so I said, well, I'll just do this. I like talking about it. Let's just go do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a little research to find like what kind of videos succeed. And I like top 10 videos are like some of the top successful videos. So I said, what if I just did top five things about Universal and Islands? And I had a green screen, had a little bit of tech savvy and did that. I thought that'd be fun. I had enough footage and I had, kids who live in Florida who could get me footage. And I thought this would be a nice thing. I never anticipated it would become what it has.
No.
And so I'm grateful for it. Tisha is in Sandusky, Ohio.
Yes, that is it. That's we've seen like so many videos on YouTube YouTube videos of the roller coasters there. I am dying to go check that place out.
Patrick Kavanaugh said something that I've been talking about doing a video on. It wouldn't be a top 5 is the biggest game changer for Universal was the purchase of Comcast.
Where did you see?
It's
right
in particular
there.
with NBC as well. Lots of capital, and they have seen the returns from Harry Potter, so they're willing to invest. Absolutely. Another thing that Universal does that Disney does not do is Universal has zero problems paying for the rights to properties. Remember, Harry Potter is a Warner Brothers thing, not a Universal thing. And Universal was able to negotiate those things, which I think is brilliant and good for them.
I am loving this idea right here.
Matthew, go ahead and read it.
So it seems like Classic Universal is starting to make a comeback in the parks with the new Legacy store. Do you guys think there could be any chance of a Universal Legacy Land expansion at Epic?
Unfortunately, I don't.
I wish that it would.
I hope I'm wrong.
I really do.
I went to Universal right after it opened when we were living in Florida, and that's when I was like in my early 20s and kind of being independent and driving, and moved out on my own so I could drive back and forth. So I used to go all the time. My favorite attraction that is no longer there is the original Hanna-Barbera, where Despicable, where Minions is right now.
Yep. I never got to see that.
But yeah, because it took you through the cartoons of my childhood. You went through the Flintstones, Bedrock, and Scooby. I mean, the ride took you through a haunted mansion at Scooby-Doo, and then you also had the Jetsons. And I loved that. It was great. That was the first ride of its kind with a big screen and kind of moving to the screen. That was phenomenal. When they changed that to SpongeBob and Hey Arnold, and it was good too.
Jimmy Neutron. Was that before or
no?
After?
That was next. That was after.
Jimmy Neutron was next.
No, it was Jimmy Neutron, SpongeBob, and Hey Arnold.
Okay. I got it.
And that was good too because those are the cartoons of my son, of Ryan, who's on here. So that was fun as well.
Yes.
But that was before we were together.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, we went together.
Yes, yeah. I'm saying, but they transitioned it before we were together.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Then we got together. We had children, and then we took them to Universal. So then they switched it to Despicable Me, and now that they've gotten rid of the 3D and the wait times are forever, I have no interest in that attraction anymore.
I don't like it without the 3D.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm sorry. It just takes away from it.
Yeah, I agree.
A totally different ride now, and I'm not too like thrilled with it. I just feel like I'm watching a cartoon.
But I think it was Matthew's point is at Epic Universe, it would not bother me at all if there was a land that had Jaws.
Yes, that's it.
And King Confrontation.
Oh, don't mind me.
And Disaster, and brought all of those things back, and the Psycho House and the Swamp Thing area. That would be awesome. Twister. Yeah.
Yep.
Even Ghostbusters.
Yep.
I mean, I remember seeing Ghostbusters. And listen, man, yeah, that would rock my world.
I never saw Ghostbusters either.
That was early, and that didn't last long. But it was kind of cheesy, but it was good. That was where, the building that Rip Ride Rocket goes through now. It was where Fallon is now. It was all back in there.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's cool. All right. So let's get back.
Stayed at Royal Pacific last year. Where did that go?
Yeah,
there it is. Our go-to was Hard Rock until we stayed at Portofino. I love Portofino. Can't find a better relaxing environment and getaway than Portofino, in my opinion.
You're right.
I love Portofino. I absolutely love it. I love the size of the room. I love the bathroom in the room is phenomenal. And it's very, very relaxing. Mm-hmm. Everything is there, but it's spread out at the same time. Mm-hmm. So you have room to roam without like always, constantly running into people. And the indoor area, like that one hallway or that one like shopping area where you feel like you're outside and you're not.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's fantastic. The only thing that we haven't really taken advantage of at Portofino is that common area. And Mia and I were just talking about this the other night. Like, what would you do if this was another car trivia thing, or not trivia, but car discussion? Like, what would you do if we were at Universal right now, or if we were at the resort? What would you want to do? And, we've not sat in that common area and played chess, and Mia and I love to play chess. So it's that would have been it for us. And we've not done that.
Go to Universal, stay at their premier elite resort, sit down and play chess. Right? I mean, you can do that anywhere.
But it's fun. Yes, but look at your surroundings. I mean, come on. Okay.
This is worth mentioning because a lot of people do have their favorite resorts. I think my resort videos are easily my most popular. Well, until this last one.
Yeah.
Each resort has a specific and unique scent.
Yes.
And if you go to the front desk, like if you like the way that your particular resort smells, you can go to them. They'll give you a card that you can go to the manufacturer and order that, which is what you did.
And that's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually didn't get the card from them. I
You found it?
Yeah.
But they each do have that, and that's apparently a thing. And I know that a lot of people like the smell of the Q and ET.
Yeah.
That's something you can get on like
Etsy
and those kind of things. Patrick Kavanaugh says, prior to Comcast purchase, Universal was somewhat of a sideshow. That's correct. GE really didn't know what to do with the property, and Disney ate their lunch. Yep, no longer, as Comcast has as much capital as Disney. Yep, and I'm grateful for that. Patrick's a wealth of information.
Yes, he is.
So we had to get him on the show.
Yes, we should.
Tisha, Sandusky, Ohio. Okay, we got some comments. Let's. Adam, I'm honestly surprised that your channel hasn't taken off even further. You all are very personable, good on camera, and you have good content. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you.
Yeah, it'll grow the way it's meant to grow, and we're good with that. I just try to put. Let me know. This is something you guys can help me with. Do you like the daily updates? I try to do a couple, 3 a week when there's information. I don't want to put out content just to put out content. That's why I don't do it every day. But if there's something worthwhile, I put it out there. So please let me know if that's something that you like. I would appreciate that. Maria Rodriguez is asking, Tisha, I want to go too after hearing about the Six Flags, trying one of them up. Yeah, I would love that. That'd be fun to do. Go to like the middle America, because they have great, especially Ohio, tons of great theme parks out there.
I feel that your honesty is refreshing.
That should tell you how sad things are in the world today.
Is.
Because we should all be honest.
Yeah.
The truth is the truth, no matter what. But thank you. And we're going to continue to be upfront and straightforward with things.
We are who we are. That's it.
And listen, we don't just say at the end of the video, go bless somebody, go do something for somebody. We try to live that.
Yep.
Man, do that. Guys, go do something good for somebody else and don't expect anything in return. I mean, seriously, we're not getting ready to end, but I'm saying just do for other people, man. That will pay forward. That will come back to you and in a good way.
Okay, family of 6, 2 adults, 4 children. We're in England. What's the best hotel you recommend for first timers? Love what you're doing, Naz.
It depends on your budget. If you're, with 6 kids.
No, they're a family of 6. They've got 4 children, 2 adults.
All right.
So budget wise,
I'll give you 2 options because I don't know your budget. So if it's a lower budget, I would probably stay at Cabana Bay and get a suite because you can sleep 6 very comfortably. You have all park amenities. You have access to the park. It's fun. You have big pools that your kids would love. Great pools.
They've got that lazy river. They've got like tons of stuff for them.
And if your kids like water parks, it's right across the street. So I would stay there if my budget was lower. If budget's not an issue, I would probably stay at Royal Pacific, and depending on the age of your kids, get one of the kids suites. They have themed rooms with a Jurassic Park, which is going to be a big thing coming up with the new Velocicoaster. And that's depending on your budget. And another question while we're on this is that I get asked a lot is if it's worth paying the extra for the club level. We've considered it. We haven't done it. And the reason we haven't done it is because really the benefit that I see to it is in snack food. I don't see too many other benefits, and it's pricey for snacks. You're paying for convenience. You just have to go up to the 7th floor. You put your card in, you go in, and you can eat a number of snacks for free. And it's great. But to me, that does 2 things that are bad. It takes time away that you're not going to the parks or something like that. And it's pricey. I don't think the club level is worth it.
I think it depends on the focus of your trip, though. I mean, if your trip is focused on spending time at the theme parks and spending time at Citywalk, then yeah, it does detract from that. But if it's, I just want to hang out at the resort and really soak up some time, then yeah.
Yeah. And again, guys, this really all depends on your budget. I mean, I think you can plan for these things. I'm a pastor. I don't make a lot of money. Carla works from home. But if you're smart and you save and you plan it, you can afford to do one of these nice vacations and just know that's what you're going to do for this year. I think, but you have to be smart about it. And so it all depends on your budget. Cause I get asked these kind of questions a lot. There are things that I wouldn't do that maybe you would. And there are things that you would that I'd be like, what are you doing that for?
Yeah, right?
I'm one of the guys that used to be, hey, it's 7:00. Come on, get up. The buses are there. We got to get going. And these guys are like, why? We're here 6 days. What are you doing? We got Express Pass. Go back to bed. I mean, that's what happens.
Well, it's vacation. I just want to chill out.
All right.
I do have to say something to Naz. Okay. One of the best experiences that I had was when we stayed at Royal Pacific, and I had to run down to the laundry to wash some clothes.
Yeah, you got to tell them we were there like 11 days. It was the longest
trip
we've ever
it
taken.
Was a long time that
which
we were
was
there.
Too long, by the way.
Yeah, it really was too long. But I met 2 of the loveliest women from the UK. And we sat in that laundry room. I kid you not. It was almost the highlight of the entire trip for me because we sat in that laundry room just sharing stories and talking.
You made friends.
We did. We made friends with these women, and they were fantastic. It was a mother and daughter, and I just loved it. I loved that time with them. So yeah, when I saw you from the UK, it was like, it's a fun memory for me. Yeah,
Ryan says, I knew the channel would get big fast, guys. I'm proud. It's only going to blow up more. Thanks, Ryan. Same to you. Ryan is, of course, our son.
Yeah.
It says Ryan Marshall. He's the Ryan you've seen when he and Gabby went when Universal opened, and they've done the staff stuff with us. So I'm assuming Gabby's with him. A lot of thanks to Ryan and Gabby for almost all the footage you see comes from them.
Yes.
And it's huge. We appreciate them. It's hard to manage this across the country. They make it possible. And so thanks to Ryan. If you're a sports fan, if you love South Florida sports in particular, go check out Ryan's channel, the SSN, on YouTube, and help him grow. He's almost at 1,000 subscribers. Get him over that point. He's a young guy, and he knows more about football than anybody other than me. Just saying. No, okay. Ryan knows more about football than he's forgotten more than I'll know. But check that out. Lozo says we got Islands of Adventure at 6:30 the first day, and I was there for Hagrid's. Yeah, that's how you do it. Get there at rope drop. I can't stress that enough.
You know what? When I read that, I was like, you were there for the first day and then I'm thinking to myself, when Hagrid's opened and you were there for like 8 hours waiting for this thing.
Yeah, I think that's what he says. That's what he's saying. We've seen videos, other YouTubers do things like that. Tisha, Six Flags is trying to compete with Cedar Point. Definitely has more thrilling coasters. We got to go there.
We really do.
Loza, are you guys going to make some more merch? Yes. I'll tell you, one of the things I'd really like to make are lanyards that say all things Universal, because people use them. It's more challenging than you think, because every place that I've seen trying to make them, you can't get a sample. You can't see it, what it looks like. So I don't want to get something that just says all things Universal on one side of the lanyard and nothing on the other. We're talking about shirts and stuff like that, T-shirts and things like that, even hats. There is more stuff coming. I do have magnets. And what I'm going to say to you guys here, if you want to go, if you're on this live stream, because we've had about 20 people, if you want to send me an email to all things Universal staff, ATUO staff @gmail, and send me your address, I'll mail you a magnet, all things Universal magnet, for coming on the live stream with us today.
Yeah.
So, I know some of you have already got that. Like I know Lozo, Patrick, I think a lot of people have gotten these already. If you didn't get one and you want one, send me your address, send an email, and I'll be happy to send you one. I got plenty of magnets to send out to you. I'm happy to do that. But it's all things ATUO staff @gmail.
So
what do you got?
Lozo skipped Minions because of the no 3D.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
I doubt I go on that ride again, that attraction again.
I think between Minions and Shrek, those are the two that I could do without. Like,
yeah,
well,
Jack Koba kind of asked us. We just kind of talked about this. If royalty level is worth it at Hard Rock, I don't know anything about it at Hard Rock. I don't know thing one about it. To me, I think what Carla said is right. If you're going to spend a lot of time at the resort, maybe it is. And again, depending on budget. Everything depends on budget, guys. Portofino is great. We're actually doing that this summer, mainly because of the fact that
you.
Yeah, but we'll head. Yes, Patrick.
That's you. Oh my gosh.
That's probably what we'll do this year. We're probably also going to be staying at Hard Rock because we've been promising Mia, and every year we push her off. So we'll stay at Hard Rock, and then we will also go to the Orchid Lounge. Because Mia too.
Yeah, you and Mia. I don't like it.
The cilantro roll. The best sushi. Guys, I've said it before, we don't like fish. We never eat seafood, ever. We went to Bubba Gump this past time and made ourselves go there for the first time because we'd never been there. And we wanted to have that experience. And it was good. It was fun. I recommend it. Carla made herself eat shrimp, and it was like hard.
Hey, I appreciated the quality of the shrimp. That's all I'm saying. I did not like the shrimp, but yeah, it was good quality.
Other people are answering our questions because we're taking too long to get to them.
Oh,
like Lozo's answering questions. Okay. So no, we'll get there. But the best sushi on property is at the Orchid Lounge. It's excellent, high quality, very good stuff. Get the cilantro roll. You will not be disappointed with that. If you are, tell me and I'll pay you for it. That's how good I think it is. Okay.
Amy Morgan, doing great. Love your channel and keep it up. Good morning.
Thanks, Amy. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Again, if you've come on late and you haven't told us where you're from, please do that so that we can say hi to you there and let you know.
Yeah, because it's not even 10 o'clock here where we are out on the West Coast. So yeah, it's likely afternoon for you.
Lozo likes the updates, keeps him informed in the park.
Sweet.
Yep, like the daily updates. Donna likes them. Love the daily updates, Adam. Okay, I'll keep doing it. Gareth Owen, thanks for everything that you do. Just subscribe. Looking at staying at Dockside later in the year. Do you know if they charge a resort fee? They do not. I don't think any of they do. They do. Listen, guys, they do charge a parking fee at every Universal resort, which is irritating and expensive. I remember the first year we stayed at Royal Pacific, we did not realize that. It's like $26 to park. We were there like 10 days. So you paid, I think we rented the car for like $300 and then had $300 worth of parking.
Yeah,
I was like, ridiculous. No, never going to do that again. But they do not charge a resort fee, as I recall. Let's see where we are. Love Royal Pacific. Me too, Edmund. We absolutely love it.
It's beautiful.
Go ahead.
Stayed at the club level for Portofino. It's Lozo. Free drinks, breakfast and dinner, snacks. We would come back from the parks at 4 and have a couple beverages before dinner. There you go.
Yeah, see, so a guy like Lozo is saying
it works for
it's
you.
Worth doing.
Yeah.
What we do generally, just so we know, because I don't think I've touched on this too much. We will fly in, we rent a car, and if you're not renting a car from a company called Sixt, SIXT, I encourage you to do that because they have luxury cars, BMWs, Mercedes, really nice cars for about $5 more a day.
Yeah.
And it's not that much more expensive, and their customer service is great. We pick the car up at the airport. I will drive from the MCI and the airport there in Orlando. MCO. We will stop at a Publix because we miss Publix.
Yeah.
We will stock up on food, all kinds of food, snacks. I mean, we'll pay probably over $100, sometimes $200 on soda, water, all of those things. And we put them in the room, and then I will turn that rental car in, usually the next day, so that I'm not paying the parking, because you don't need a car. Sometimes I have family that live on the southern portion in the Panhandle area. So sometimes we'll take that first part of the trip and we'll drive and stay with them for a few days and then come back. Then we'll keep the car longer. But I never keep the car when we're at Universal. You don't have to. The travel, their transportation is 10 times better than Disney's. It takes about 10 minutes to get anywhere versus Disney. It takes an hour. No matter where you're going, you can go from Epcot to the Magic Kingdom. It's an hour. And now the gondola system, I haven't tried that. I've heard that's better at Disney now.
Yeah.
And so that good for them for doing that, for making that better. But yeah, we don't do that.
Breakfast was also a big help. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, Loza, that's good. Maybe we should try it one time and then have a better gauge on it.
I think so.
For sure. Tisha, Gareth, no, Dockside and the Value Hotels do not charge it. See, Tisha, I'm on it, man.
There you go.
She needs to start her own channel.
There you go.
Matt, what's up, Matt Porras? Hey, where are you
doing?
from? Good to see you. Jack Koba, you just talked about club levels. Thanks. I have another question. Going in June, what's the best way to make sure we get on the new coaster in Jurassic Park? Get there at rope drop.
Yeah.
Absolutely get there at rope drop. If that's your goal. If your goal is to ride Velocicoaster, get there at rope drop. Don't go the week it opens. That's just
it's going to be crazy.
Don't go for that. Go to the park, but take advantage of, because Hagrid's line, everything else will be less because everybody's doing that. Get there early, 6:30, like Loza was saying, and then just go right for it, get it out of the way, and then do what you're going to do.
Jack, where are you from? Because going in June, you need to be prepared. It is going to be hot. And I don't mean just like, oh, I'm a little warm. I'm talking
I'm a little schwitzy.
I'm a little schwitzy. No, I am melting. Yeah. The sun is melting me into the pavement hot. Yeah. So yeah, be aware of that. I was just curious where you're from.
Yeah. And the heat, for those of you who are in Florida, and it's hot everywhere in June. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. But
it's oppressive.
The Florida humidity, bro, in June and July, I wouldn't go flat out. I would, if I was
Connecticut, but spent summers in Florida. Okay, so
you're familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Matt's from Miami.
Hey, Miami.
Matt, if you're a sports fan, check out the SSN. My son Ryan Marshall's on here. Big South Florida sports fans. Go Panthers.
Yeah, that's
although
right.
They're struggling right now. But South Florida sports, all my favorite teams, and I'm a big sports fan. Dolphins, except the Hurricanes. I'm a Gator. Go Gators. Sorry.
Go Gators. Hey, go Gators. That's right.
Gators. That's right. Matt says, do you recommend walking to the park from Royal or taking water taxi? They're both. Do them both, but take the water taxi. The water taxi is like a ride.
You know what you can do? I mean, you could walk there and then take the water taxi
that's what you
back. It's so beautiful to take that walk. I mean, I love to do it because I miss the foliage of, the Florida foliage and the ponds and everything. So I enjoyed that walk, even though you're going to be walking a good, 10 miles a day when you're going to the park. But that way, when you're done at the end of the night, you just chill on the way back and get to relax on the boat and really, really enjoy it.
Hold on. Right. I'm reading something and I don't want to pass everything up, but Patrick says, once you get to your room, if you call customer service from your room phone, you can ask them to waive your parking cost. Have had it cut in half about 70% of the time.
What?
Wow. That's great. I'm game.
I high five you.
Yeah. I high five you in your general direction.
Yeah, that's right.
That's awesome. Gareth Owen says, thanks to Tisha. I love that our people are helping each other. That's cool.
That's
way to go.
Really
Tisha,
awesome.
Way to go. You're killing it.
You guys are awesome.
Good job. Andy Schumaki, I'm guessing it might be Shoemake. Love your channel. Going to Universal a week from today. All right, man. So excited. I'm 44 and this will be my first time. Oh no. Good. Hey, Andy, go back and check some of the older videos out. And I'm going to do another planning tips because the one I did, the first two videos I did, man, that was so low budget. The microphone was a prop. It didn't work.
Oh, come on. But
that was really bad.
Who knew it was
But I'm going to reboot that one. So we're going to do that again and some more tips for first timers. Yeah, man, I'm excited for you. That's going to be great to go and see all that stuff for the first time, Disney for the first time. You're going to have a great time. I'm excited for you.
It's going to be
Lozo
fantastic.
says
Oh my
when he went
gosh.
there was a cold front and the high was 64 on the first volcano. That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
What do I enjoy doing at Citywalk? What don't I enjoy doing at Citywalk? That's a good question. You honestly, you're going to laugh. My favorite thing to do at Citywalk is people watch.
Okay, I think you're full of beans because your favorite thing to do at Citywalk, and I know that you're forgetting it already. Okay.
Okay, what is it?
It's the golf.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, that's true. We don't usually do Hollywood Drive-In golf. We did it this past year with Ryan and Gabby, and we did it at night. So it was not hot.
Yep.
It was super fun. It was much more fun than I anticipated it being. If you buy your tickets on their mobile, on their website, rather, I don't think it's an app, but if you go to Hollywood Drive-In Golf, you save $2 or $3 on a ticket. At the end, if you play the game, a lot of times if you do the scratch, you'll get a buy one get one free. It's pretty common.
Yeah.
And it's that they just want you to do another 18 holes is what they want you to do, but it's about $15 with the discount. So it's still pricey. But I'm gonna tell you, that was the highlight of the trip.
We had a ball.
I had more fun doing Hollywood Drive-In golf.
Intended.
So much so, we never play putt-putt golf or mini golf. Since we've been back, we've gone, there's a pretty nice putt-putt golf place here. Yeah. We've gone multiple times because I was like, hey man, I just need a fix. I'll even watch some of like my favorite YouTubers who go to golf and watch them golf. That's how sad I am. But I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that. You've watched them too, and hey, let's watch these guys play golf.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's kind of fun.
But we also like eating. If you haven't watched, Jack, if you haven't watched, I have like a staff. It's basically staff. I just shouldn't call it staff. It's a family review. It's all of us, what our favorite things are, favorite restaurants and stuff. For all of us except Gabby, it's Margaritaville. Margarita's just a fun restaurant.
It's
just a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
And so yeah, those are some of the things we like. But I like to people watch. Like to sit outside in red ovens, like the outside dining, and get a pizza, which it's not as good as it used to be, and just watch people. That's fun.
Yeah, no, not so much anymore. What's the best and most cost-effective restaurant, Citywalk or parks? That's a really great question.
Okay, let's break this down. Citywalk and parks. If you're talking sit-down restaurant, the best restaurant is Mythos.
Mythos, yeah, without hands down, Mythos.
And it's not real pricey. I mean, it's so I would say for a sit down full service restaurant, if you can get a reservation, if you can get in there, do that. And I want to ask some questions about the food stuff we were talking about. So remind me about making videos.
Making videos
of you cooking. Different
yeah. We haven't done that. Yeah, that's an idea. Oh,
cost effective. Red Oven is easily the most cost effective restaurant at Citywalk because you can get a couple of pizzas for about $30 and sodas and things like that or whatever beer, whatever, and it's reasonable. You're going to be sitting outside, and it's not as good as it used to be. I don't know what's happened. It just the quality seems to have gone down. Bread Box to me, it appears as though it's going to be cost effective. It's not. You're paying a lot for a sandwich and a bag of chips.
What about the hot dog place?
The hot dog place,
kind of pricey.
It's pricey, but it's filling, and it's more filling than you think it's going to be. And so it's pretty cost effective. If you want to get full and satisfied, have a jacket potato outside of London there, right by the night bus.
Yeah,
you get a nice. It's a huge baked potato for about $9 or $10. It's filling and pretty good. And then where we go when we're in the parks and we eat lunch in the parks, and we don't do it a lot. I like to go there because we're huge Simpsons fans, but to eat it at Krusty Burger or Moe's Chicken Shack or whatever, we go there. It's convenient. It's not really expensive. It's theme park food, and the food is generally decent. Like we get that waffle and chicken sandwich that is pretty good. The chicken sandwich, although it wasn't that good this last time.
It was. I was so let down with that this past trip. But before, I mean, I've always had fantastic experiences with that waffle sandwich. I love it. There was something on here that I saw.
Lozo said something. It says the only bad thing about Portofino compared to the other premieres was the water taxi. Most of the time we would want to get to the water taxi. and it would be the only one with people. And that there is a downside. It's first of all, it's a beautiful ride. It's the longest water taxi ride, so it's beautiful. That is the one resort where that boat doesn't go real fast. You're waiting for that. And that's, to me, that's too long of a walk to the resort. There is a walking path
That
that's
is
too
a
long.
long walk, yes.
And somebody said that the prices fluctuate. Move the mouse
Down or up?
just out of the way. You've got a cursor.
Oh, I'm sorry, love.
What's the best amount? And I've lost it. It's Lozo. It's up top. It was because Portofino is the first. Somebody had said it had something to do with the price. I think I think what was happening is the prices that fluctuate in the premier resorts, because there are times when Royal Pacific is more expensive than Portofino. There are, and I don't know how they gauge that. I haven't figured that out. They probably have some kind of algorithm, or maybe it has to do with capacity. When certain ones aren't, if one is reaching more capacity than the other, they will change the prices to get people to stay at other ones. I really don't know. Do I watch Rick's flicks? I got to meet him when I was at Universal recently, and he was very nice. I have met Rick.
So did you?
I do watch Rick.
Yeah.
Rick is an awesome guy. Rick and Nikki have both commented on, not on my YouTube stuff, but they've commented on some of the stuff I put on Facebook. Super nice guy. Rick is one of the nicest guys to meet in person. I just walked up and said, "Hey, Rick, I'm a fan, and just wanted to shake your hand and meet you. Thank you for what you do." And he was very gracious and receptive to that. And he was going into Halloween Horror Nights. And yeah, I think Rick said, I think he's a genuinely nice guy.
He really is.
And so I don't watch Rick faithfully. There are other guys that I watch. And the one question I get is Tim Tracker. I don't really watch Tim Tracker too much. I used to. But since they've had the baby, God bless them. Hey, God bless those two guys.
Yes,
I love
so
Tim and Jen. Since they've had the baby, they're doing more family video kind of stuff, not so much theme park. So, and I don't want to intrude on that. I kind of feel like I'm intruding, even though I know they don't feel that way. I haven't met Tim, but I've spoken with Tim. And if you've watched any of Tim Tracker's live streams years ago, there was a guy who did Photoshops who would take Tim's face and put him on different Disney images. That was me. I did that. We did that. That was a fun thing. So I've communicated with Tim a lot on Twitter and stuff like that. We know of each other and things like that. He's a nice guy. My daughter loves Jen. She thinks Jen is just the epitome of cool and super nice people. My favorite guy is Oyby, Oyby, Roy and Brennan. Younger couple. They're like my kid's age. But he goes to Universal a lot. And they're just fun. Man, guys, I'm not an exclusive YouTube guy. Go find whoever you like. Go find him. And who's the new guy, the Disney guy that we really like, who went into those themed houses? I can't think of his name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember the name.
Yeah, he's great. I'll come up with it.
I got to think about it. Yeah.
But I mean, I don't watch. When I watch, I primarily watch Oyby. He's my favorite.
He's a lot of fun.
I like iTheme Park because of the videos that they do. Citypedia is another one that I like.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this new guy, All Things Universal Orlando. He's my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
I can't even deal with you. Hold on. The deflate valve. The deflate valve. See? There we go. All right. You're better.
But yes, Lozo, Rick's a good guy. Rick and Nikki both I've not met Nikki, but they both seem to be very, very nice, friendly people. Jack's been to Disney a bunch, never Universal. Go with the 1920. What are the don't miss?
Oh.
Everything. Jack, 19 and 23, you're going to have the time of your life. That's perfect.
You'll have a ball.
That is perfect. If you're saying, what's the best age to take kids? Right there, maybe 16. You're going to have a blast. I would say if they like Harry, don't miss Hagrid's.
No.
That's unbelievable. Don't miss Forbidden Journey. Don't miss Spider-Man.
The queue at Forbidden Journey. Even if you don't get on the ride, you cannot miss that queue. That queue is amazing.
Yep, it is. Don't miss Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a game-changing attraction.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first of its kind. It's almost 30 years old, and it's still amazing. I mean, it was a groundbreaking dark ride. If you like thrill, do the Hulk, Doctor Doom, which is Carla doesn't do Doctor Doom. I do it. Mia does it. We love that.
I don't know how you do Doctor Doom.
It's great. And Men in Black. Men in Black's my favorite thing there.
Yeah.
Don't miss those. You're gonna have a great time. Everything you do is gonna be good. David, what is your least favorite ride in all of Universal? Really? That to me is an easy one. It's all about family. Fast and Furious is just painful.
Okay.
It's just horrible.
But you cannot deny. All right, I despise that ride. I honestly do. I cannot. I have to be straight up honest. I really despise that ride. However,
there are
that
some good
queue,
things. The
I
queue's amazing.
love the queue. I love just to walk through the queue. It is like, it's so cool.
You know what else is good is the pre-show? When you're in the room with the guy who's like, he's new and the actual live actor and he's talking back to the camera. That's fun. The ride is horrible. Yes. It's just horrible. It's just awful. Let me put it this way. I think I've seen the first Fast and Furious movie. I haven't seen any of the others. I went on the ride. That made me decide I never want to watch another Fast and Furious movie.
I didn't want to watch.
Yeah, to me that's just not a good experience. But if you like it, the queue, it's worth doing once. Do it one time. The queue is exceptional, especially if you're like a car junkie and things like that. You'll love it. But I mean, if you're a Vin Diesel fan or a Ludacris fan or a fan of all the people that are involved in that, then you might like it.
Yeah.
You might. I can see where you would like it, but yeah, no. Thank you, but no.
Have you tried the crepe stand yet? I heard those are good. I've heard the same thing about them, but I've also heard the flip where, the crepe itself is really good, but everything seems to drip down to the bottom, and then you're left with like this big giant crepe at the top, and you're having to dig through, but you really don't have the ability to dig through. I hope that makes like a shred of sense. That's the only negative that I've heard of it. As far as it being like tasty and it's fresh. They make them right there in front of you, so obviously that part's going to be good. But no, we haven't tried those yet.
We haven't tried them. We talked about it. We walked right by them, and I remember saying, "Hey, Rick said these are good. Rick's flicks.
Yeah,
these are really let's try." And they were like, "Yeah." And we just kept going. Chris Leatherman, hello to you.
We forgot about this too.
Chris, where are you from, man? Hey, agree about Mythos, but we'll tell you a surprise. Second place,
Burger Digs.
Remember
the rice bowl?
Yeah, that's a great place to get some inexpensive stuff.
Yes.
If you order it like a la carte, if you order them by sides, you can get some really good. Not really good Cuban food. First of all, Cuban food is probably one of my
arroz con habichuelas.
We grew up growing up, both of us in South Florida. Cuban food done right. And they have black beans and rice and fried plantains and things like that. It's not like
maduros.
It's not like your mother used to make, but it's good. And it's not expensive.
Like my mother used to make?
No, whoever.
Okay, I'm like, what are you talking about?
So we haven't tried. Okay, we've eaten Krusty's and the Simpsons before. This is Tisha. Got the seafood and my son at the Krusty Burger. The seafood was great and he enjoyed his burger. We haven't had Mythos. Make your reservation. Mythos is good.
You have to go to Mythos at least once. It's fantastic. For the amount of money that you pay for theme park food, I mean, like you could go over to Circus McGurkus, right? You're going to pay the same exact amount of money at Circus McGurkus. Well, with the exception of the tip, because you have to leave a tip when you go to Mythos, right? But the food is so much better at Mythos. It's so much better.
Yep. I totally agree with that. Patrick said something that I agree with 100%. He said, also, if you're an annual pass holder, you can eat on the second floor of Confisco Grill. It is a great view and the food is okay. And I agree.
Yeah.
It is a great view. We did it the last time we went down there.
Yeah.
And the food was
okay.
It wasn't great and it wasn't bad. And I would go back there and just, hey, I hope it's a little better this time. But I would recommend it to somebody. I mean, it's not a bad place.
Yeah.
I had nachos. I don't remember what everybody had. I think Mia had ribs.
I had like a mozzarella and like a tricolore.
Oh, a caprese salad kind of thing.
Yes.
And it was good. But it was just okay. Lombard's is another dining grill. Finnegan's is probably one of the better dining grills over at Universal. There's a lot of good places, really. But Burger Digs, we've been there and it is good. I went to the taco truck. We've not been there. We talk about it every single time and we don't go.
We do, but he's saying that he was pretty much underwhelmed.
Oh, okay. Good. That's good to know.
But I think Lozo and I have a similar palate. Yes. Although I did watch.
So are you saying Lozo's Italian like you? He's a
paisan? Are you a paisan? No.
You know, he might be. You don't know.
Wait, but did he go to the Italian place? The at Citywalk? Who went to the Italian place at
Vivo.
Citywalk?
I don't know. Vivo. Yeah, no. Vivo's not for us.
Yeah, no.
Listen. We have to qualify that. Carla is Italian, born in an Italian family, and food is a huge thing. And Carla's an exceptional cook. And so we'll segue into what I wanted to ask
Hold on,
about.
my D45.
No, listen, that I don't weigh 500 pounds is the grace of God, because Carla can throw down. And so we don't, like, when we eat out, we never go Italian because she just does it at home so well. So we went to Vivo with some friends a couple years ago, and I've been twice, and I had the same opinion. It was okay. Lozo's a paisan.
Hey,
His real name's
paisan.
Lorenzo.
Yeah,
How about
Lorenzo.
it? And he doesn't like Vivo either. Boom.
Yes,
See, there it is.
That's right.
So, but hey, listen, if you like Vivo, God bless you. Go for it, you know?
Yeah.
Listen, you know, we don't like, we'll go to Olive Garden. I'm just eating the soup and salad and the breadsticks. That's it. We're just not going to eat the regular food because I got her.
I think at the end of the day, your palate is your palate is your palate. You like what you like, right? And that's great. And no one should like shame you for going to Olive Garden and enjoying it. I just have a completely different opinion of that stuff because of what I was raised on.
Right. So one of the I want to ask you guys something. Carla is really, in fact, she considered going into cooking as a profession. I mean, she's very good. She's I'm not just saying that. She does really well. Settle yourself down. You really are good. Just receive it.
Okay, stop it.
All right. I've thought about, you know, I've seen other people make like pizza fries and the s'mores fries, and we've had a number of different burgers, probably all of them at Cowfish, and we thought, what if we tried to replicate those at home and made a video about that? Is that something you'd watch? And it's okay, hey, guys, if you think no, I would not watch that, put no up there. Yeah, that's cool, because I don't want to make a video that's not going to appeal to anybody. But like, my favorite thing from Mythos is they have a fork and knife grilled cheese, which is this amazing grilled cheese with pork belly in the tomato soup with homemade kettle chips. It's unbelievable. We were thinking about replicating that and those kind of things. So hey, Chris, good for you, man. He likes Vivo. Good, perfect. You don't. Hey, listen. It's your palate. You don't listen to what we say.
That is right. That's right.
Jack says, thank you guys so much. You're welcome, Jack. And I thought I saw Jack said that his 18-year-old and 23-year-old are boys.
Yes.
Good, dude, you're going to kill it.
Yeah, you're going to have a ball. The time of your life. What did I just see?
I don't know.
Homemade butterbeer. I make homemade butterbeer, and it is so good.
And pumpkin juice.
Yeah, pumpkin. Oh, pumpkin
We've
juice.
done both of those things.
That. Yeah.
And so, so if you guys think that would be a good video, we'll do that. We even have a little miniature pizza oven. I was thinking we could try to replicate like red oven stuff. You know the pizza thing that we have?
I know the pizza thing.
Yeah, it's not set up.
Yeah,
we just got it. We had it for a year. It's been in the garage. I'll set it up if you'll make stuff. All right.
Who are you talking to?
I finally pushed myself, Lorenzo says, I finally pushed myself to go on Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I loved it.
There it
Very
is.
top. You feel like you're going to fall out when you go up and hit the music is cool. Yeah. I love that ride. What I don't love about it is very jerky.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Tisha, my kid was about 8 when we first went to Universal. He's 13 now. Definitely prefers Universal over Disney. You couldn't pay him. Right. I'm with you.
That's it.
Jack, what's your best thing to do at night as a family? I'm going to have to say Hollywood golf. Another thing to do at night, if you haven't had dinner, I don't know what you're laughing at. You're just like staring, laughing. Is there something like another bug on my head? What are you doing?
Yeah, there's something on your head. No, there's just a memory that came back.
Am I picking my nose? What?
Yes,
what?
No.
I would say Hollywood driving golf at night is fun because it's not that hot and generally not that crowded. So that's a fun thing. One of the things we like to do is if we're not staying at Portofino, is take the water taxi over to Portofino, get a pizza from Sal's Market Deli, and sit outside and listen to the guys. I don't know if they're doing it during COVID, but the other singers, they have the opera singers.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And then go and have gelato. Mm-hmm. The food at Portofino is genuine Italian food. It's genuinely authentic. And
okay, yes, but we haven't. Okay,
no, we haven't been to Beach A and stuff like that.
The pizza, we'll say that. What I was laughing at was going to the Wax Museum.
Oh, out of Universal.
So if you're
Madame Tussauds.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you're staying and you want to do something off-site, oh my gosh, it sounds ridiculous. You're going to a wax museum. What are you going to do? Like, look at these. These things.
That was a blast.
We had more fun because you could interact with the characters and stuff, and they have these little props that you could put on. Like, I put on an Einstein hair, so I had crazy Einstein hair. We had interaction with what was it? The Dan Marino one that our daughter put on a football helmet and was just like a beast trying to, catch a pass.
Shaq dunked on me.
Shaq dunked on us. It was
The E.T.
Yes, E.T. flying through on the bicycle. It was so much fun.
Madame Tussauds,
so much fun.
Wax Museum is worth doing.
It really, truly is. And then you could get you could get a 3-way pass to go on the Orlando Eye and go to Sea Life, which is the aquarium
Also very good.
right literally across the hall from Tussauds. And then you've got the Wax Museum as well. So you could do all 3 of these things.
Yeah.
At one time. Yep.
I've thought about doing like top 5 things to do outside of Universal.
Yeah.
It kind of doesn't make sense when your channel's called All Things Universal except this, I don't know. But both Tussauds would be on there for sure. That'd probably be number 1.
Yeah.
Probably. That was a fun thing. Chris is from North Carolina. Chris didn't like Rip Ride Rocket. Yeah, I get that. You mentioned golf, gonna go. Any other suggestions?
Where are you seeing this?
Right at the top, third one down.
Okay.
You know what, Jack, I would say this. There's a ton off-site. Citywalk, as far as things to do, there really is only golf. What else is there to do there? As far as event, there's some good shopping. The 2 new Universal stores, which we've not been to either one of them.
Yes, I cannot
I want to
wait.
check that out. But what I would do, Chris, honestly, is I had a giveaway where I gave away one of those Hollywood or Universal Studios planning books. Go to your bookstore and buy one of those because they usually have a section of offsite stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like on iDrive, you have the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. You have
Wonderworks.
You have the new swing. You have the there's so much to do. But you even have the fun spot.
Happening.
You have that huge golf complex that's not too far off site.
What is it, Super Play USA or something like that? Is there?
There's so much to do in Orlando. You're not going to run out of stuff to do. Another thing, Jack, at your hotel, if you're not staying at a Universal hotel, most of them have one of those sections in the entrance where they have all the pamphlets of stuff like Gatorland and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You have stuff like that. That whole new complex, though, where the Orlando Eye is, they have like the Skeleton Museum, which is supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
They have dinner
Let's
theaters.
go on vacation and look at dead things. That's kind of what
but like you have medieval times, and I think you have a NASCAR
dinner
theater.
theaters. Yes.
There's so much to do. Jack, what I would say is, and again, depending on your budget, don't miss out on the dining at Citywalk. The nightlife and the ambiance at Citywalk is to me one of the highlights. It's probably the prime reason I go. I like going into Jimmy Buffett and just having good food and watching the Volcano and watching the videos. Man, I could do that all night. But that's my thing.
I think it also depends on how far you want to travel away from Universal, because if you expand your area, you've got so many things available to you. You could go to NASA, right? You've got the Florida Aquarium. Let me tell you, if you are in the area and you want to go to an amazing aquarium,
that's a couple hours away.
It is, but it's worth the drive.
It
is absolutely worth the drive. It is an amazing, amazing aquarium.
But of course you have SeaWorld, 10 minutes away. You could do that too. You
could keep your SeaWorld. And I will go to the Florida Aquarium.
But she's right. She is right. If you're like if you're a NASA nerd, that kind of thing, go check it out. It's a couple hours away, but it's worth doing. Hold on, we got a billion before them. We'll get there. So Lozo didn't like Vivo. Chris liked Vivo. Like I said, good for you. She has made a homemade butterbeer. We'll do these things.
It's so yummy.
Feedback.
It's really good.
David Fuller, last time in Citywalk, we tried Big Fire. Some do not like it, but it has become a new favorite of ours.
We need to give that. Yeah. And I am the one who doesn't like it. So I am the sum.
Gabby.
It was
Gabby liked
it. It was the smell when we first walked in there. And I don't know. And in fairness, I ordered fried chicken at Big Fire.
It was recommended to you, though.
It's my own fault. So
hey, the Parker Show is on. Hey, what's up? We do need to give Big Fire a second chance.
Yeah, we do.
We went there like the week it opened.
Yep.
And maybe 2 weeks after it opened, and there was such an odd odor.
No, it wasn't odd. It was offensive.
It wasn't offensive.
It was offensive.
It was odd, and it took away. And I've asked other people, did you have that experience? And I've had one other person say, yeah, there was a unique smell there. And I thought maybe it was just the newness of it. But the food was just okay. It really just, I had my food. I had the best food, and I had like the pimento burger. but it was good. Gabby loved it though. Gabby had a sirloin and absolutely loved it.
Yeah, she really did.
Ryan said his burger was okay, and you can watch this on the dining experience thing.
Yeah.
Check that video out. But we're gonna go back to Big Fire. We're gonna give it another shot. A place I won't eat dinner at is Toothsome. I just don't think the food is good, but the desserts are great.
I think you go to Toothsome and expect something that you're not going to get. You have
What, good food? Man, through these glasses, it looks like my eyes are crossed. It looks like I'm like, I'm not. That's what it looked like. I was like, man, what is that?
Yeah, your
really
eyes
look
are
like
crossed there, love. No, but Toothsome, you have to know what to order. And if you order
Dessert.
it, then you're happy. No, it's not necessarily just dessert. Okay, we will never agree on this.
That's correct.
That's right. Yep. So let's move on.
Listen, look, what is it Gabby said? If you order a burger, they're going to pour chocolate on it. Don't do that.
Listen, you could put chocolate on a shoe and I'd be happy. And now that lets you know where I am. All right. Have you seen The Secret Life of Pets ride at Universal Studios Hollywood? If so, what do you think about it? I have not. I've not seen video of it, so I'm not familiar with that.
I think it is clearly coming to either the new Universal Epic Universe or to somewhere in the Kid Zone. I think it's a huge property of Universal that they own. It's, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, it is the only top 10 property film that they have that they don't have an attraction themed around in Florida. And it's like number 2. It's like one of their highest grossing films, for real. I'm not even making that up.
Okay.
And it doesn't have an attraction. It does now, but it didn't, or it doesn't in Florida. Was it Big Fire, the pizza place? No, Big Fire is a steak restaurant. It's a kind of one of the fine dining restaurants.
Seeing that?
Up
Okay.
top. Red Oven is the pizza place.
Yes.
And listen, Red Oven is okay. It's just not great. CON Entertainment. Good to see you guys. Where are you from? Have you seen The Secret Life? Okay, that's what
That's what we were just talking to. Yeah, and Adam is saying you can get butterscotch beer at Cracker Barrels if they're even out that way. They are actually out our way, and they're very similar to butterbeer.
I know what we're doing today.
I love that. Yes, a trip to Portland.
Starbucks also has a thing that you can have made, and I don't have it with me.
Good.
So, guys, here's what I'm going to do. Starbucks makes a fake hot butterbeer. You have to order it uniquely. I'll find it and I'll put the image of that on the Instagram page so you can get that there. Maria would watch if we did food shows.
Hey, very
Lozo,
cool.
I tried Sal's and thought the pizza was very good. Yeah,
it's
good. A New York
it's like
style
a New York
pizza.
style pizza. Yeah,
the vanilla bean gelato was amazing. Yep. The park. Yep. Hey, Parker. Lozo, the new Universal store opened when I was there, and it was very cool. What are your houses? He's a Ravenclaw.
Okay, ready?
It's
backwards.
You're Walk Navar.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
I'm Gryffindor.
And Mia is a Ravenclaw too.
Yeah.
And Ryan
is a Slytherin.
I don't
know what Gabby is though. I don't think Ryan's still on, but I don't know what Gabby is. Gabby's got to be like Hufflepuff, right? Maybe Slytherin. I could see one of those two. Yeah, it's one of those two. I'm telling you right now.
Gabby's a Gryffindor.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I don't know.
I also went to the new store. It was very cool. I've only seen video. I'm trying to get Ryan and Gabby to get back up there, but they're super busy.
Yeah.
And when they go back up, I've told them I'm paying for them to do a Big Fire review. So you'll be looking for that. Lozo has that sweater.
That's right.
Like two paisans.
I love it. My paisan.
You guys made friends. Isn't that cool?
That's so cool. Wasn't that the challenge this past week?
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Staying at Hard Rock Club level. That's why I was asking if it's where. Hey, Jack, do me a favor. Put a comment or send me an email. I'd like to know what you think about it. And if you like, again, the email is atuostaff@gmail. Yeah, send me that. And I'd love to know what you thought about the Hard Rock, because we're going to go there. Maybe it's something we want to look at doing. So Maria liked it. She did write it. She said it was really good.
Where are you? Okay, it was about the secret. Oh, okay, cool.
Patrick says you could also do Legoland. We would take the kids there for a day trip from the park. Patrick, let me ask you, because I've thought about that, and the tickets aren't expensive, and you can actually package that in with Tussauds and the Eye. It's part because it's all part of that same package. Is it worth doing? I have Mia is 15, and she's like Dr. Doom. Bring on the thrill. Ryan is 24 and Gabby, and so they're adults. They have their own thing. Is that something we would like? Not just so you
Legoland?
know, I collect Legos. I have some original Harry Potter sets and things like that.
Yeah.
So maybe it is worth checking out. But I'd like to know what you think about that. My son won't go to SeaWorld either. Yeah, we won't go to SeaWorld. I'll share why. I watched the documentary Blackfish is why. And I'm not advocating one way or the other, but I think that some of the things that I see happen with the killer whales, I'm on the fence with some of that. So we don't go to SeaWorld. I've heard great things about it, and I'm not speaking any condemnation. If you want to go, God bless you, go.
Yep.
But for me, that's a conscious decision. I don't want to do that. Have you tried Palm? Yeah, I've had. Yes, I have been to both of those restaurants. Carla's only been to the kitchen.
The kitchen. Oh my gosh, they have the
We have been to the
best
Palm
breakfast.
on our honeymoon.
Really?
Yep, we did.
Wow, was it that long ago that I don't remember?
It was that long ago.
Okay.
So it's been a long time. I don't remember the Palm, to be honest with you. I don't remember what we got. When we go to the kitchen, we go for the breakfast buffet.
Oh, it's so good.
Best breakfast on site.
So good, yeah.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
You're going to pay $80 for
Breakfast.
3 people to have breakfast.
Yeah.
I mean, you are. That's just how it is, but it's ridiculous. So do it once.
See, there you go. Lozo is right on it. I'm telling you, we are related.
Yeah. See, Adam's saying they've taken away Barney, and I wonder if that's where Secret Life of Pets is going to do.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
One of the things I'd like to see them do, and I know Rick's Flick said this also. He said it after I did. I'm just saying. I don't think he stole it from me. I think we both just had the same idea. If you watch the retheming video, I think they should turn all of Kid Zone into Bikini Bottom.
Oh yeah, that would be fantastic.
I think that's what they should do. I mean, you'd have to get rid of ET, and I know a lot of people would hate that. I wouldn't hate that. I'd be all right with that. But you have the SpongeBob store there. Watch that video, the top 5 videos that need to be rethemed, and you'll see my take on that. But I absolutely think that it needs a whole rehaul. I mean, kids don't know Woody Woodpecker anymore. I mean, they don't know that, and I mean, they're just not gonna keep doing that.
Betty Boo.
Well, that's not
the
Zone,
other side. Yeah,
but even Barney is dated and now, and then you have the Animal Actors show. I think Dora is still relevant. You could still do something like that, but do Bikini Bottom, do a SpongeBob live action show in the Barney Theater. I think that'd be huge.
Yeah,
I'd go see that. Lozo's got something.
Yes, that's why I said we're related. I'm telling you. I'm going to have to respectfully disagree on that one. I love Toothsome.
Lozo, you're Italian. You can't respectfully disagree on anything. You got to be, what are you talking about? Come on.
Really?
Yeah, really. Go ahead. Continue. See? Maron.
Hi, mamma mia. Okay, here we go. Love the chocolate bread and their margarita flatbread. Yum. Of course, the milkshakes are great. What is your favorite milkshake?
The key lime pie.
Yeah, you love the key lime pie.
It's so rich, though.
I don't do the milkshakes there. I'll have just a little taste.
But you'll have the chocolate burger.
But no. You're so close. No, what I absolutely love, and this is what Mia and I get every time that we go. It's like one of our end of the trip treats is a brownie sundae. Yeah. And if you have not had the brownie sundae at Toothsome, you are so missing out. It feeds like 6 people. It's huge. The brownies are some of the best brownies I have ever had.
She's not lying. It's so good.
It's really that kind of good. And then they give you a chocolate whipped cream that goes on it. Mia hates whipped cream, so I always have to get it on the side. But
who hates whipped cream?
Okay. Our child, right? She hates cheese too, so we can.
And she's Italian.
Is she really Italian? Right. I don't know.
That's your fault. She'll eat pizza though.
Yeah, she could down pizza.
So Lozo, listen, hey, that's just us, man. Well, I don't expect people to agree with everything.
No, that's just you.
That's just me.
That's just you. That's not me.
We're
There's
not
no us
anymore,
there.
Lozo,
It's you.
Unsubscribe. Will Golden. Hey, Will, good to see you. Hey, tell us where you're from. We'll be at Universal in a few weeks with a 4-year-old. Are the play areas still closed? I don't think so. Lozo was just there last week. Lozo, you can answer that. I don't know. I heard, and I didn't do an update on it because it was just speculation. I heard that they're getting ready to open the one in Jurassic Park, but I don't know if they have. I know that you can get in the area in like where Me Ship the Olive is, but I don't know if you can go on the ship. So Lozo, maybe you could help us out there because I'm not positive.
So Jack doesn't go for the same reason to SeaWorld. Yeah. Issues with that.
Yeah.
Patrick says, my kids are now 9 and 15 and have grown out of going to Legoland. So probably good for kids 9 and under, which is kind of what I was, the sense that we were getting with Legoland. But
I would say if we lived there, probably we would have that pass and go maybe a couple times a year.
Right.
But not living there and having to travel in a couple times a year, I don't know that that's how I'd spend my time.
Right.
Maybe once,
Right.
spend a day. We usually go for 2 weeks, but that first portion of the trip, we go spend time with family. So we're not at Universal for 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah, we have that family time.
I got stuck on ET a couple weeks ago, and it took them 10 minutes to get me out. My lap restraint wouldn't lift open. That's enough of all the rides to be stuck on.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, well, it could have been. Imagine being stuck on Rip Ride Rocket going up.
That has happened.
I know it has.
And that's why I'm terrified to go on Rip Ride Rocket. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Any inside tips on what perks the hotels offer that's not advertised? We've called them before. I mean, and they've offered things like when you go through Universal Resorts to make reservations and stuff like that, and they can give you some.
Yeah, they can. That's going to be. I think they offer you more stuff and more perks and things in low peak times. When we stayed at Endless Summer Surfside, this was back in September. Remember we went?
Yes.
They had wildfires out here. And we had to evacuate. So let's go for a long weekend. They upgraded our room to a suite for nothing. And that was just, the girl was kind. She says, low volume. We've got plenty. You guys want to be upgraded? I'll upgrade you. It was just 3 of us in a suite, which was really nice.
It was wonderful.
But we didn't go there to go to the parks. In fact, we went to the park one day. It was just kind of a throw-in trip kind of a thing.
Right.
If you call, like when I book, I always call Universal. I'll go online, I'll get my prices, and so I know where I'm standing, and then I'll call the guest service or the customer service and talk through that. And I try to be nice and friendly. And usually, they'll throw little benefits and perks in sometimes. And so I can't tell you what they are. The benefits of staying at Universal are pretty universal. I mean, you get early park admission, which again, I want to emphasize, you have to take advantage of that, especially if you're there for a short time, or if you want to get on the Velocicoaster or something like that when it opens. And then transportation. The thing that I think Universal does better than anybody is transportation. No matter where you're staying, you're 5 minutes from the park, 10 at the most with the new Endless Summer. But even like when we stayed at Aventura, it seems to me they upgraded something in our stay, and I can't remember what it was. But in any event, Universal's great with customer service, and they are constantly offering really good discounts. Like if you're not a pass holder, and I recommend, if you're going to stay more than 3 days, get a pass. It'll pay for itself.
Oh, without question.
The benefits of discounts, depending on what pass you have anywhere from a 10 to a 15% discount on food and merch everywhere you go. If you get the highest end pass, after 2 or after 4, you get express pass on your pass. So I would say if you're going to stay, if you're going for more than 3 or 4 days, look at the prices of getting an annual pass. Maybe what we do is I get the Premier Pass, and Florida, and Carla and Mia get the seasonal pass, because we're not going during the summer. So I'll get all the benefits of having the high end pass with all the discounts, and you get that. I know that sometimes I've never experienced this, that if you're staying on site and your pass, they have offered discounts for the photo pass. My Universal Photos, highly recommend that. That was great. Before you do that though, check with your party and make sure that everybody's on the same page with that, because you'll find, like, she doesn't care about the pictures, I do. And so it'll be like, hey, let's stop and get a picture. And she's like, really? No, I don't want to do that.
I'm
going
to end
moving, keep moving.
Yes.
But it's nice because you get all the ride pictures too. It really just depends on who your customer service rep really is. But I think all of the benefits are pretty standard. All right.
Where are we?
Any inside tips? We're no Lozo up higher.
Do that here?
I'm going to be honest. I didn't pay any attention to the play areas. Okay, thanks, Lozo. How often do you live chat? This is the first one, Jack.
Yeah.
But I can tell you we'll do it again.
Maiden voyage. It's been so much fun. And we've been here for almost 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours.
Are you kidding me?
And 25 people. I'll do this
is fantastic.
Again. How about we target maybe once a month?
Yeah.
Would that be something we can maybe do?
Yeah, for sure.
Once a month on a Saturday. And we'll try probably different times to see if we can have more people on, and we'll promote it better. Like we didn't promote this till late last night. At 8 o'clock, I put it out.
Yeah.
Our time. So that's 11 o'clock East Coast.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah. Jack, this is their first time. Yeah, look, Lozo answering. Man, Lorenzo,
He's
killing it.
On
We're
it.
hire him. We're gonna hire that guy. Hey, you didn't get stuck 40,000 feet above the city, did you? That would have been scary. Yeah, right. No, it was the end of the lap. The restraint wouldn't open. Okay. The only drawback now, this is Tisha, is that due to COVID, the wait times when you call Universal is 1 to 3 hours long. Oh, just to get on the phone? Oh my goodness.
Holy cow.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Because we're getting close to the time we need to start booking.
Yeah. Yep.
Are you guys excited for Velocicoaster? I know that I can't wait to ride. Yes, I can't wait.
It's going to be amazing.
I'm hoping, and I know I've been telling you guys on the daily updates that they're gonna soft open this. I don't know that, but I can't imagine. I mean, it seems ready, right? Everything seems ready. They're testing it daily, and I know they have to have so many hours of testing before they can actually put. But they've had people on because they've filmed promotions, and people have been there and seen them with people on.
Right.
So everything's ready. They have all this merch that's in the stores. It benefits them to soft open because then merchandise will sell faster.
Right.
Word will get out. The demand and the excitement for it. I think it's going to fast open maybe a couple weeks prior to opening, maybe once or twice.
Because it's supposed to open in June, right? June 10th
they're
or
gonna,
something like
yep,
that.
June 10th.
June 10th.
Yep, they're pushing that for summer. I mean, it's peak hours. Can you imagine waiting?
No.
8 hours in June?
No, I cannot.
I cannot either.
No, thank you.
I cannot do that either.
No.
As
far as pricing goes for the on-site hotels, especially Royal and Portofino, the prices are yielded based on demand, but that demand changes frequently. Always check your rate prior to going, as the pricing may change. We have saved a lot by checking rates and having them match. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Tisha says she considered getting an annual pass for September trip, but the deals Universal is offering are much cheaper than the passes. We got the 5-night family for and Tisha, you're right.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. You're right. It is cheaper. However, what you get with the pass, I wish I'd brought them. Depending on which pass you get, and depending on how long you're staying, it's like we stay for 5 or 6 days every time, and we eat at Citywalk every night.
We're usually there a little bit longer than that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we spend a lot. I mean, I budget over $1,000 for food, and usually I go over that or come pretty close. But with the discounts with annual pass, you get 10 to 15% off of your meals.
Yep.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but a family of 3, and if Ryan and Gabby are going with us, I usually pay for that. And it's, your dinner is $150 minimum, right? Well, 15% of that is pretty good savings. 10% is a pretty good savings. And when you do it night after night after night, it adds up. It also saves on all your merchandise. So if you buy, let's say you buy a wand for $60, you're going to save $6 to $8 on that. And it's a pretty good saving. And you might gauge that over the course, if you're staying for a longer trip, you might actually save money with the annual pass. And then here's another kind of a pro tip, Tisha. And I don't remember where Tisha's from. She's Ohio. If you have an annual pass, it's good for a year, and it starts the first time you click it into the park. So you have a calendar year. You could go back next year before that pass expires and get 2 vacations on 1 annual pass, which is what we do every time. We will buy annual passes. We will plan our first trip mid-September. So when we go back this year, we will probably be going sometime September 12th, Ryan's birthday, through September mid-20.
Right.
26th, 27th, right in that ballpark, right? We'll go in there. And then next year, we'll plan a trip late August or 1st of September through September 11th. So I'll get 2 vacations on 1 annual pass.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it, especially if you live remotely,
Be far away.
Yeah.
And here's a huge thing. Like this vacation coming up is the expensive one, because we're going to have to renew passes.
Right.
And we'll have to go late. So this vacation for us is going to be $5,000 to $6,000.
Yep.
Next year will be
like half that.
$3,000 to $3,500.
Yep.
And so if you're and that's for 2 full weeks or more, 7 days. So that's for 14 days of Universal at a premier resort for $8,000. If you're budgeting and can afford it, go do that, because I think it's worth doing. But that's the only vacation we take. Yeah, that's all we do. Clearly.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay, so where are we? Write down. Thanks so much. Hopefully you'll do another chat before I go. When are you
June,
going, Jack?
June. That's what I scrolled up to because I remembered him saying he was going soon. So in June, we've got a couple of months to put some stuff together. So shoot us some questions that you have too. As you
and email them to me, Jack.
Yeah.
Email questions to me. I'm happy to answer those things. I mean, we're not so big that there's 50,000 subscribers that I could never get back to, and I do. And you guys know, if you look at all the comments, I try to answer every one of those comments. I really do try to do that. So email questions to me. I have one reserved at the Hard Rock. Don't know if I want to waste the day.
Where are you
Cabana,
at?
I'm guessing. Oh no, I went too far low. Lozo says the cabanas at Volcano Bay are pricey, but amazing. You get free water, towels, snack baskets. See, that'd be worth doing. Do you remember what they cost, Lozo, if you don't mind sharing that? I mean, because I don't know. We've never done cabanas at Volcano Bay. Tapu machine in your cabana. Oh my gosh, that's a perk right there.
That's pretty awesome.
That's outstanding. I didn't know that. Lozo, you should start a YouTube channel. I'm telling you, man.
I have one reserved at the Hard Rock. Don't know if I want to waste the day.
Jack, listen to me.
It's nice.
I don't know how long you're staying. He's got 2 boys.
Yeah.
You're not wasting the day, man. First of all, the Hard Rock pool has a slide. I think it's open. I don't know, but I think it's open. I know the one at Portofino is open. That pool is exceptional. The Hard Rock is exceptional, especially for, I think, if you're 18 and 23 or 24.
19 and 23.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great resort. I don't think you're wasting it a day. A lot of times, do like a half day. Go like in the morning, get up early, you're going to have express pass. So, and you're going in September, right? So, okay.
They're going in June.
June, okay.
June.
What I do is get up early, go till about 2:00, come back, spend the rest of the day in the pool. That's what I would do. You're not wasting a day. I think that'd be cool. I'd do that in a heartbeat. Tisha from Southeast Michigan. Okay, but Cedar Point is about 2 hours away from us. I would get the Universal annual pass if we were going next year, but we plan to cruise and going to California.
Nice.
Adam, additionally, if you do flex pay, the use of the pass for 2 vacations about 11 to 12 months apart is great. It's a great idea.
That is fantastic.
We have always paid for them up front. We've talked about doing flex pay.
Yeah.
And I think we might try that this time. I agree with your points on the annual pass. This is Patrick. It's a great way to score 2 vacations, but Universal is really being aggressive on pricing. Not sure that last past COVID-19. Yeah. It was $300 for the upper deck cabana. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if it's that cool. but that's cool. But that's cool. Good for you. Hey, Lorenzo, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you were able to do that. Blessings to you.
Yeah. You'll have a lot of questions. So they're staying for 5 days.
Yeah. Listen,
that's ideal.
Jack, you're going to be able to get everything done. You have express pass. You're staying at a premier resort. Have zero issues taking a half day to hang out at the pool. I think you should do that. You'll be happy the next day that you did that.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be tired and sore. I mean, by day 3, my legs are killing me. I wake up sore and I'm like, oh, but we got to do it, right? So go to the pool on that half day, get in the hot tub, chill out with your boys, eat. They'll bring food to you poolside. No, for real. Go down there, do your thing, man. I think you should do that. I would not feel that you've wasted a day.
Let yourself unwind and really enjoy it.
But
and especially during that time of year that you're going to, you do need that downtime. You do need to give your body a chance to rejuvenate and relax.
All right, man. Any other questions before we bug out of here? David says, go ahead.
Pass is good from first use unless you do the monthly payments and it starts when you purchase.
Oh, so then we will not be flex pay.
Oh, yeah. No.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. Thanks, David. You just saved us thousands
of
dollars.
You really did. You saved our bacon. Go ahead.
I would start walking around the block now. It will help when but that's great advice.
Very, very true. B12 is your best friend. That's what I'm going to tell you. Vitamin B12 is your best.
What? B12? I thought you told somebody to be 12 years old. I kid you not. That's where my mind went.
Yes, B12. Act like a 12-year-old because that's how you will really, and you know what? That's probably pretty valid advice. That's how you'll enjoy the parks through the eyes of a child. No, vitamin B12 while you're there is your best friend. And I would start doing it before you even left for vacation.
Yep. Adam, really enjoyed this. Great job. I'm going to head out. We're getting ready to bug out of here too.
Yeah, so are we.
More videos in the future. Hey,
thanks for being here with us though. That was awesome.
And guys, listen to me. Put your ideas. One of the hardest things in doing this is not filming. That's the easy part, actually.
Yeah.
It's content, coming up with what's another top 5 to do. One of the things you can look forward to, I'm going to be doing a top 5 do's and don'ts that will be tied in together. Like what I would say is don't buy an express pass. Do stay at a premier resort that has express pass because you'll probably save money depending on the size of your family. But that's a video I've got coming up. We are going to be doing some of the cooking things. I think we had a good enough response from people saying that they would watch that. Oh, Johnny is on.
Oh.
And if I'm not mistaken, and I don't remember for sure, but I think Johnny's the guy who won the giveaway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool.
Well, we'll be on for just a few more minutes, but you can always go back and watch it, John.
Oh, yeah.
And thanks for being on. I think Johnny's from Tennessee, as I recall. I think that's where he is. I can't remember if that's who it is, but I'm pretty sure. But he loved the book. He loved the book.
Sweet.
And again, guys, I want to tell you, if you're on late and you didn't get to know this, if you didn't get, I said it earlier. If you send me an email at atuostaff@gmail.com and you're on this live chat, I'll be happy to mail you All Things Universal Orlando refrigerator magnet. We do plan on getting some more merch coming in, but I'm happy to do that for you guys. But you got to send me your address. Can't just magically guess where you live. But that'd be cool.
We'll put it in the TARDIS.
But I'm open, wide open. You're helping me create content if you put some suggestions of things to do. And if I don't take your suggestion, it doesn't mean I'm not. It just means that I'm putting it in a queue of things to do, or the research finding it is hard.
He's in South Dakota.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
There you go.
So what I'm getting at is you're helping me by putting your comments in. So like I know like Patrick and other people will write, and Adam, they'll write long things on my comments. And I'm like, yes, I love that because it gives me ideas. So I encourage you, you don't have to just put a sentence up there. Tell me what you think.
Yeah.
Tell me where you disagree. Like Lozo's like, man, respectfully, I think you're off your rocker when it comes to toothsome. Maybe because I am.
You are.
Mean, so do those kind of things. But Johnny, I'm sorry you came in at the end, but South Dakota, the only thing I know about South Dakota is Sioux Falls and Fargo-Moorhead. I know that area.
Fargo-Moorhead.
One of my best friends lives in that area.
Hockey. That's what I know.
Yeah. You got hockey up there.
We're
big hockey people.
Love hockey.
Oh, that's awesome, guys. I would totally take another magnet for my oldest daughter. You got it.
Sweet.
Send me your address again.
Yeah.
I still may have it, but we'll be all right. That's it. I got nothing else. This was fun.
It was so much fun. It was so worth getting up early on a nice Saturday morning.
They didn't get up early.
Well, we did, but this is like my day off, and it is the best day off ever because we got to hang out with you and get to know you a little bit more, and you got to know us, and it's really cool. I'm so glad that we had the opportunity to do this today.
Yeah, and you got me out of cutting the grass. I still probably have to do it when I get home.
That's what he thinks.
They probably couldn't hear that.
So let me whisper it a little bit louder. That's what he thinks, and we'll let him think.
But we will absolutely do this again. I'm thinking once a month. Maybe, and we'll try that. We'll see how it goes. But we had 25 people, I thought 26 people at one point.
Yeah.
That 26 people care what we think about this is worth doing to me. I love that.
It is. It was awesome connecting with everyone.
But hey, guys, God bless you. We're going to end the same way. Be blessed today. Find somebody today. I mean this, there's 20 people watching. Seriously. Find a way to go do something awesome for somebody else today. Just, it doesn't matter what it is. Maybe it's a phone call that just say, hey, I was just thinking about you. I just wanted to just talk to you. I hadn't talked to you in a while. Do that. Something cool for somebody else. And I'm telling you, we'll honor that. Good things will come to you. And we'll see you when we see you. God bless you guys. Be well.
Bye.